for anybody who was at Stagecoach or anybody who is a fan of country music and Luke Bryan, if you got a chance to see Luke Bryan singing Living on a Prayer to somebody on stage, or, smoking a nice stogie, that was JJ, and that was JJ's cigar. So it was a pretty awesome moment, man.
Nothing like swapping a little spit with Luke on stage in front of 85,000 people.
Dude,
how great.
Absolutely incredible. Like the vibe and the energy during that show, and like just being right there on that side stage, right? Like what a trip.
It was fun. We had a good time, didn't we?
We did, man. Yeah.
It was fun. He's just one of us. He's great. He's not just an incredible entertainer and singer, as we all know, but as a person, as you guys have gotten to know him as well. He's just the most solid, down to earth, good old redneck that you'll ever find.
So we can kind of circle back after this, but how did you, just because we're on the subject, like how did you first meet Luke, and how have you gotten to know him over the last year or two, or what's it been?
Yeah, so one of our employees, you guys know Will Stelly, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
very well.
Stelly's the man.
Will knew him a little bit back, I think he was his casino host maybe in Vegas, or they had some connections through the South. I mean, they're both rednecks, right? So they all kind of tend to know each other.
Term of endearment.
Exactly. And, me and my lovely habit of going to Vegas and chucking a few cards once in a while, our paths had crossed from old Uncle Willie, and one thing led to another, and we kind of said, you're my kind of guy, let's rock and roll. And I don't know, it must have been 10 years ago, close to it, that we've been having some fun.
Oh, that's a long time.
Maybe not quite 10, maybe more towards.
Definitely more than like 1 or 2, like I was saying.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely more than a couple years, maybe not 10, but it's been, let's just say over 5 and under 10.
Hey, we got the over-under.
You tend to forget a lot when you hang out with guys like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, Luke was so cool. Obviously not our first time meeting him, but the dude lights up a room, man. He makes everyone feel welcome, man.
That's him.
He's just the coolest guy.
What I love about him, one quick story while we're on him is he's addicted to golf. And we're teeing off on the 5th hole at Madison Club, and there's homes, as you know, down the left side of the fairway of 5. And he hits his drive left, and it goes kind of close to this backyard, possibly in the backyard. So he takes his golf cart over there, and he's like looking for his ball. He notices these 10 ladies, listening to country music at Stagecoach Weekend. The sun's out, they're lying by the pool, da-da-da. He says, fuck it, I'm gonna go say hello to them. I'm like, you're out of your... He walks in the backyard looking for a golf ball. The ladies like double take, like, what? And he's like, what's going on, ladies? And does his little swang twang redneck stuff. And next thing you know, he's taking pictures and he's having a good time. And thanks for coming. And y'all have a good day. And as he's walking down the berm back down towards the golf course, this girl runs out. Luke, like she had not got to see him when he was up there. He literally turns back around and walks back up the berm just to acknowledge this one girl that felt left out, gives her a hug, takes a picture with her, gets back in the car, we continue playing golf. I mean, that's Luke Bryan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's a good one.
What was going through your head when you were singing in front of basically 80,000 people with Luke Bryan, living on a prayer?
Well, let's just say I had a little boast of confidence knowing that he was actually holding the mic and I was just background noise.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about my voice.
Yeah.
And nobody of those 80,000 people knew who I was, so I didn't give 2 hecks what I sounded like.
That's awesome, man.
Not to mention the Casamigos definitely put a nice little buffer on me not to have any nerves.
Yep.
I mean, he literally came over to side stage, took Pops' Casamigos hat off his head with the giant logo and the camo, took your cigar out of your mouth, literally out of your mouth, and then later on started singing Bon Jovi with you. I mean, Brock and I are literally standing right there, just like...
But then put the cigar back in my mouth after he choked half of it down while he was singing a song to everybody.
Yeah.
The less glorious part of that.
I just remember him saying something. He came over and he's like, man, that's a good cigar, something like that. And he goes back out and starts singing to 1,000 people. Oh, my God.
Man. That's exactly what he said. You're right. I remember that now.
It's so cool, man.
It was...
But to be able to do that, you know, to be such a great performer and you're so relaxed, you're so chill. I remember talking at the house after and I walked up to him and I said something like, man, in my next life, I'm coming back as you. And he was like, he appreciated the compliment, but what he was saying is that you just have to not care what anyone thinks, man.
Right.
You just got to go do you, have fun. And when you watch him perform, you see that. He's just having a good time.
He's just having a good time.
Whatever comes to mind, he does, and he has a good time. And
Buddy, that's a great lesson for life right there.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you guys are doing, is have a good time.
That's it.
It's not about how to grow it. It's not about how to make more money. It's not about how to get more people on. It's just about, in the moment, have a good time. And everything goes from there.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I'm having a blast with you guys, and I haven't done this before. And it's like, this is incredible, right? So now I go tell whoever I tell that I had this most incredible podcast experience with you two. They want to get on it, right? Or they want to hear about it. And that's how business is, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I wasn't planning on buying property at Zapital or Costa Terra, but I went golfing with JJ and we started BSing and it came up and he recommended I go check it out and I did. And now I own a property and I want to go see it. And they own a property.
That's it, yeah.
So you never know who you're talking to or what's in front of you, you know? And as long as, like you said, you know, just be a good person, be truthful, be honest, and be yourself.
Thank you for watching Studio 22.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And follow our socials at Studio 22 Podcast.